friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a difficult one. It's one that is totally unexpected, and it really is tough to talk about due to the nature of the subject matter. There's not really any easy way to say it, but we have to go back to the United States for a few months at least, and that's because a close family member is very sick and needs our support. And it's tough to talk about. First off, obviously, I want to respect that person's privacy, so I'm not going to share a ton of intimate details about exactly what's happening, but I figured it's nice to come out here into the orchard and to speak with you, to just kind of fill you in on some of the changes that will happen in the short term here on the channel in regards to what I'm sharing and the type of content that you can expect coming into the first few months of the new year. Obviously, we are going to have to leave the homestead, so those homestead renovation videos, the content from this beautiful place, it's going to go on to a bit of a hiatus. We are leaving for, well, tentatively we're planning to be back here in mid-February, and hopefully by then we'll have a better idea of how things are going and what's happening. But this is just another moment. If you watched my last video, I kind of alluded to changes that were coming, and it's tough when someone you love is sick and you're powerless really to do anything about it. It really puts into perspective what's important in life. And these last few years have really taught me a lot about what's important in life. And I think what I've learned so far, and there's still plenty to learn, but what I've learned so far is that what's really important in life is spending time with the people you love, and doing so wholeheartedly, giving without expectation of receiving, and sharing laughter and kindness and good times, because time is this elusive thing that continues to tick away without us truly stopping and noticing all that often. And before you know it, time could be running out. And I guess moments like these make it abundantly clear what's truly important, and remind you to make the most of your time, especially your time with loved ones. So during these upcoming holidays, I sincerely wish you and your loved ones and your family all the best. I hope that you can enjoy time shared with your loved ones, and I know for my part, I'm going to do that. I'm going to reflect on this past year and set intentions for this coming year. And I think it's really important to do that, especially as the seasons are changing. Today, well actually tomorrow, is the summer solstice here in New Zealand. And that is just a marking of the changing of the seasons, right? It's the longest day of the year in the southern hemisphere and the shortest day of the year in the northern hemisphere. And traditionally in cultures all around the world, many different cultures worshipped the solstices, and these were times of the ending of a year and the beginning of a new one, and just kind of a marking of the changing of the seasons and a reminder of how ephemeral this brief thing called life can be. So actually, my wife and I went to a friend's property, and they had a little gathering to celebrate the solstice and to kind of look back on the past year and let go of things that no longer serve, and look forward to the new year and set intentions for things that we want to attract. And we did a little fire ceremony where you stand around the fire, and everyone is given a piece of kindling wood and asked to reflect on the past year and to think forward to the next year. And if you felt compelled, you could share what you wanted to let go of and what you wanted to attract. And it was just a really, really nice moment to do that and to share some of the burdens that we face as individuals with a broader community, to kind of help share the load. And I think that all too often in this modern world, we forget to do any of these things. We forget to talk through our experiences, both the good and the bad. And we don't spend enough time truly setting goals and intentions for what we want to attract. Oftentimes it's just thinking about like trivial things or material things when we talk about New Year's resolutions. Like, oh, I want to lose weight or make more money or blah, 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 blah. And I guess this whole experience has taught me, especially this last year of moving here to New Zealand, with this slower pace of life and this different culture, that while it's all well and good to, feel fit and to make a good living, earn money, it's not the most important thing in life. The most important thing in life, the most important things in life are how we spend our time and with whom we spend our time. So, like I said in the end of my last video, it's been a wild roller coaster of a year. We just finished moving our stuff into our home 3 days ago. There's still boxes everywhere. We set up our bed and our dining room table and unpacked some clothes and hung those up, but we're not unpacked at all. But we've just been so blown away by the kindness of the people of New Zealand, the Kiwis. Everybody's just been so kind and understanding and offering to help in any way that they can. And it just feels so good to know that there are good people out there who will give selflessly. And it's a reminder to myself to do that more, to offer help more, to be a listening ear or a helping hand more often, and to really try to cultivate strong relationships with good people. And it feels great to know that things will be looked after and taken care of here. We have somebody staying at the house, watching over everything, taking care of Lanka and Wolson and Waddles and our little squad of animals here. So that's a huge relief. And it's just life. It's just life. And with all the beauty comes pain, but I think that pain makes beauty more beautiful. It's what makes beauty the beauty of life, the moments that we have and share. It's what makes them meaningful, is knowing that, you know, that time keeps on ticking into the future. So with that, I think I'm just going to leave it here. I'm going to wish you all the best, wrapping up 2021. I hope this was a good year for you. I know that for many of us it's been a struggle, but there have been so many beautiful moments within it, and I'd like to encourage you, if possible, to think on and ruminate on the good things that have happened to you this year, and to be grateful for those, and to cherish those, and to cherish the time spent with good people. And if you feel compelled to share in the comment section to keep the conversation going, by all means do that. I love reading your comments. It's amazing. I feel like the community that we're cultivating here is, it just fills my heart, honestly. I know it's not the case with all online creators. Sometimes comment sections can be pretty fired up, nasty places, but the community that we're cultivating here is amazing, and everybody's so kind, and I just love you all. So we will see you in the next video. I don't really know exactly how. I'm aiming to be publishing content for you every week. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stick to that schedule for these first few months of the year, but I do have some cool content that I'm working on, some travel guides from some places that I've been previously that I've been wanting to work on but just haven't had the time. So you can expect some videos like that coming soon, as well as just some little vlogs around California. And yeah, and probably more videos like this, and you know, talking videos where we can sit down and talk about stuff that matters, because there's a lot of noise out there, and I think it's important to talk about stuff that matters, and yeah, be mindful of what you consume, because what we see and hear and listen to is what comes inside of us, and you know, can grow in there and it'll come back out. So you want to put good things in so that good things grow, and you spread that. Anyways, be safe, be happy, be grateful, be alive, and we will see you all in the new year in 2022. And wish me luck. We look forward to coming back here and continuing the many projects on this incredible piece of land, and giving lots of love to this home, and continuing to build the world and the life that we want to live. So once again, thank you. I want to say a real big thank you to all of you subscribers out there. You're the only reason that I can do this, that I can live this way, that I can create, and that I have this flexibility in my life, and I'm just really grateful for that. It means a lot. And especially this year with so much going on and with so much change, to have your support has really made it that much more feasible and doable to dream big and to take risks and to gamble on things, really, to try to manifest and create this life that we dream of. And I know, speaking for myself, but also for Carrie, we're just so grateful for your support. So with that, I think I'm going to wrap it up. And I'm going to say a big thank you to all of you again for your support and your kindness. And we'll see you in the next chapter on the other side of the Pacific Ocean. So stay tuned and be well. Have a great holiday season and a happy new year. Peace. Why are you all rammy, huh? Ramadammel dude dings. Ding dong and hymens. No. Wilson? No. Okay, so interlude. 3 days have passed since I filmed what you were just watching, and as you can see, we're still here in the orchard because plans have totally changed. We were fully packed in Wellington. It was the night before our flight. We arrived in front of the testing center where we were going to get our pre-departure COVID tests. And then we get a phone call from my family saying, "Have you seen the news?" And I was like, "What news?" And we find out right then, minutes before our COVID test and 24 hours before our flight, that New Zealand's border restrictions, the reopening has changed, and they essentially are putting everything on pause. We had planned to return here the day after the border reopened, which would have been February 14th, and that's just no longer the case. They haven't given a date for when it's going to... Sorry, there's a sheep here who's hitting the tripod. Come here. Come. Wilson is like growing up. He's a big old sheep now. Essentially, they've changed the border reopening. It's on pause. They haven't given a date as to when the new date will be. Everything's kind of dependent on Omicron, and it's difficult because we can't go back to the States without knowing that we're going to be allowed back into the country without having to do managed isolation again. The managed isolation system, we did that when we first moved here, but the capacity is limited and there are a lot of New Zealanders trying to get back into New Zealand, and so the system's kind of overwhelmed right now. We spoke with my family, and luckily my family member who is ill, things seem stable, and they're undergoing treatment, and they're surrounded by the rest of the family and friends. And so while we want to be there, for right now, the best thing for us to do is to stay here. So obviously we're planning on, in the near future, when the border reopens, we're gonna go and stay with my family. But if the situation changes with my family members' health or with the border, both of those things, like, essentially if we need to, we can up and go. But for now, it makes the most sense to stay. And we were in Wellington, staying at a friend's house. We're just so blown away by how kind everybody has been through this. All of our friends here have just been so giving, so understanding, and so empathetic, and that has been just like a tonic for all of this pain. So it's a bizarre situation. So for now, we stay. we are taking time off for the holidays, for New Year's. We're going to go spend Christmas with my extended family up in Hawke's Bay, and then we're going to take the caravan somewhere, preferably a beach, and post up. We don't want to move. We just would like to relax for a while and take a little bit of vacation from renovations, and just I want to surf. Let's be real. I just want to surf and relax and read books, meditate. So that's the situation. I'm feeling really grateful for the fact that, essentially when we made the decision to book the flights and go, my family member's health was not in a good position. That seems to have improved a lot, and now undergoing treatment, it seems as if for now things are okay. And I spoke for a long time with my family trying to figure out what the best move was, and everybody's been in agreement that right now the best thing for us to do is to stay here, which is not easy, but that's life. So yeah, we're going to take a little break from content for a few weeks, and then ease back into sharing and creating in the first couple of weeks of the new year. And I just hope that everything will be okay and work out. I'm praying for that. I'm putting good energy out there and trying to manifest a positive outcome to this. And I'm really grateful for your support. So thank you. Thank you for being here this year. It's been a wonderful year, but it's been full of ups and downs. And the one thing that has been constant and that I have really been able to count on is your support. So once again, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for sharing your comments in the comment section. And we'll talk to you in 2022. Peace.